Hello, my friends. All right, it is Sunday the 27th. Actually, might not be. You might be watching the replay. And we have been doing these little fun Sunday serenity moments, and I really enjoyed them. I think they are a great reset and maybe even a new start button to the week. When I had a job and didn't own my own business, Sundays actually weren't my favorite. I didn't like them because I didn't like my job. And so Sundays were always like that anxiety, dread, didn't want to go to work the next day, all that kind of stuff. Happily, I I got really brave and moved into some different jobs that I liked better when I was working jobs. Now I actually really like Sundays because I've learned that it's kind of a prep time for the rest of the week. And if I have the opportunity, I use a lot of silence on Sundays. Not everyone likes that. But what I learned is that I'm usually busy on the weekends. I usually have a lot going on. Like this weekend was super fun. I was with a best friend from third grade. We've known each other, fourth grade. We've known each other all our lives. Her oldest is getting married, so we had a wedding shower. There was a ton of family in town that I hadn't seen. We had dinner a couple times. We had the shower with a bunch of people. Like there was people everywhere. And when that is going on, I love it. It's super fun. And I'm also someone that needs some downtime. I need to recharge. Like I love silence. I have learned to love silence. I'm going to put it that way. Um, my husband doesn't love silence. He always likes a little noise on. And so we go back and forth on that sometimes. And he'll be like, I don't need to hear what's going on in my head. And I'm like, I need to hear what's going on in my head. And I really like Sundays for taking at least some time. I don't need the whole day silent, although that's awesome if I can do it. But even finding some moments or finding an hour or finding a couple hours. It's actually one of the reasons I escape to the lake a couple days early if I can, because I love the quietness of it, because it gives me room to think. It gives me room to feel if I have stuff to feel. It gives me room to expand and not have to manage anyone. And it is a really freeing space to be comfortable with the thoughts in your mind. Now, if I'm spinning and I'm in kind of a fear spin, or I'm anxious about something, or something's bugging me, or I'm irritated about something, not always the best thing is to have silence for me. Then I need to have distraction. I need to turn on some happy music. I need to go clean my house. Like then that's different. But if I'm in a good space and I'm relatively calm and I just can kind of sit back and sink into it, it's really nice because you can, number one, you can receive. And a lot of people struggle with meditation. They tell me that all the time. Well, my head doesn't be quiet and I can't do that. I'm like, well, you don't work on it. And that's exactly the reason it's called a practice, because you're practicing managing your mind. You're managing your thoughts. You're managing your energy. You're managing yourself. And so meditation was a really important practice for me because I didn't manage any of that. And when I don't manage it, it's a mess. And so today I thought we would do just a gentle, quick little silencing, and see how you do. And a lot of people, I tell them, start with 1 minute and focus on your breath, focus on a word, focus on how your body feels, focus on what you hear. Like hearing helps you stay silent because you can listen to what you are listening for. Like today, it's a little rainy, it's windy. I love to listen to the wind. And I can just focus on the wind, which brings silence into my brain. So there's lots of little tricks. And over the years, I've just learned to tune into other things like a fan running or your air conditioning running or things like that. Because if my brain is focused on that, it's not talking. Okay. So we're just going to practice a little silence today. Okay. I'm going to just do a few little leads, and then we'll have some silence. I'll give you a little lead and then a little silence. Okay. So go ahead and just close your eyes. And just take a breath. And a lot of times when I'm just kind of moving into it, I might do the connection to the light and the earth, which is always great. But sometimes I just close my eyes and I just feel into what my brain feels like when my eyes are closed. Because sometimes when you close your eyes, your body relaxes. Okay, so you're just going to feel your brain take a breath. Let your body take a breath if it wants to. Sometimes your ears relax, which is a really funny thing to say, but it's true. Sometimes you need to like relax your hands, relax your feet. Sometimes your shoulders drop. Sometimes just sitting with your eyes closed is good enough. And it starts the practice of just moving into a couple seconds of silence. Taking a breath. Just notice what you hear around you. Maybe hear the dogs. Maybe hear your kids or the TV. Maybe you can hear my fire. I have a fire going in the background. Cars driving by. Then just take a breath. Let your heart slow down a little bit. Let your brain take a breath. Let your eyes rest. Maybe your neck starts to rest and release. Maybe your stomach unclenches if you're a person that holds a lot of energy in your belly. Maybe that just relaxes for a second. Maybe your lower back lets go. Maybe you start to feel a presence of your angels or your spirit team around you. Maybe not. That's okay. Bring yourself back for a breath. Letting your eyes relax even more. You don't necessarily want to sleep, although that happens. And you just let that silence stretch out a little bit. It's kind of like a good stretch. Just taking a little breath. Feeling your fingers relax. Letting your shoulders drop even more. Maybe just say the word grateful. Maybe you're grateful for this practice today. Maybe you're grateful that you're just able to take a minute. You're able to take a breath. Maybe you're grateful you can just allow some light to come down from the sky and just fill your body up. It's always great to just fill yourself with light. If you don't know what else to do, imagine just filling yourself with light. I always put a lot of light in my brain because our brains get so overloaded. Love to send some light to my eyes and my ears. Often I turn my hands upwards towards the sky and let them fill with light. Bringing that light all the way through my body, all the way down to my toes. Just taking a breath and just feel the difference when you let yourself let some light in. When you're open to receive. When you're open and allowing, a lot of times new ideas drop in, little hints from your team drop in, inspiration. You give yourself some room. Everything else drops away. And you just make room for spirit. Take a nice big deep breath right there. If you want to just continue in the silence, please do. If you're ready to come back, you can simply just open your eyes, but still stay in that nice, calm state. And just feel how much quieter your energy feels, how much quieter your body feels. Sometimes it's nice to put your hand on your chest and just one more breath to center and ground yourself. You almost feel, well, I do, feel really recharged, or you feel back centered. You brought your energy back. You filled yourself up with light. You emptied away some of the noise of the world. I think right now it's so important to do that. There's so much noise. And so just let the silence take over so the noise just flows away. And I do that several times a day because I get a really busy mind. And so it's nice just to move that noise away so I can come back and be focused. Okay. So I hope you enjoyed that. If there's other ways that I can support you, of course, please reach out. I still have a few mentoring appointments open for the summertime. I have 2 spots left in my fall retreat. And then we have classes and different things coming up, of course. As always, you can check me out at jodyharvilla.com. Readings, clearings, all that kind of fun stuff. And I will see you again for another Sunday Serenity. And hopefully this week that you practice a bit of silence. And, oh, I almost forgot. Today is a new moon. And so during a new moon, that is all about what do you want to bring in for your life. And I like to work new moon to new moon, full moon to full moon. Full moons are what you want to release. We do a great group clearing on that night. But for the new moon, what do you want to bring in? We actually do a special event in Spirit School every month for the new moon. So if that's something that you want to kind of have some accountability and a community and things like that, of course, you can always join us in Spirit School. But new moon, think about your intentions, your goals, if you like that word better, whatever. But what direction you want to move in this month, and set a couple really heartfelt intentions. Okay. New moon is always a great time to set intentions. All right, you guys, have a great day. Happy Sunday. I will see you again later this week. All right. Bye, guys.